the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move here on the open opening drive of the game, so they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt, and you're pinned.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 4-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Following the penalty, Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! Jakeem Grant, 52 yards. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Mayfield now. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, and it will also lead to 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
4th down, Mayfield. Flush to it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield rolling to his right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Point it right.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, you're down there really close, but just 2nd quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take them off the field, bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. From the 27, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a 23-yard run. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 54 yards. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Point right.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A final shot before the break, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mayfield now from the 50. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, and that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Chubb.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the 36, Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They go play action. Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. He's got it.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Chubb is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Chubb again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the 2nd quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the 4th, you can't come away with nothing.
York able to send this one through.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Watson. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Watson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Here's Baker. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. McCaffrey running up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mayfield.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Mayfield.
This is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense. And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.